what Senator Biden termed a political epiphany, not a political a policy epiphany, rather. McCain calling for better regulation of the financial market, a marked departure from almost everything he's done in his senatorial career and everything he said on the campaign trail thus far. Case in point, a little history, January of this year.
We need a return to the Reagan years. We need to have fiscal conservatism. We need less government. We need less regulation.
Then in March, he told the Wall Street Journal that while he is aware of the argument for more oversight in cases like the subprime lending crisis, quote, I'm always for less regulation. As far as a need for additional regulations are concerned, I think that depends on the legislative agenda and what the Congress does to some degree, but I am fundamentally a deregulator. In April, Senator McCain managed to shoot his future self in the foot.
I don't think, frankly, someone who wants to increase the burden of government regulation and higher taxes has any real understanding of economics.
Oops. Joined now by our own Eugene Robinson, associate editor and columnist of the Washington Post. Good evening, Gene.
Evening, Keith.
So if people who argue for more government regulation don't understand economics, does that mean Senator McCain just joined their ranks, or maybe more correctly, rejoined them?
He seems to have raised his hand. I think rejoined is the word. Look, he has been a deregulator, as you just established, for his entire career. This is what he has favored, and I think it's going to be difficult for him to make everyone forget that. I mean, to take the position that now, oh yes, well, we need more regulation, is it's so counter to everything we've ever heard from John McCain that it's not really plausible at this point, I think.
And it's neither plausible nor specific. And McCain's own policy advisor, the infamous Mr. Holtz-Eakin of BlackBerry fame, told the media there's no need for any of these specifics on how McCain might actually fix the economy, that it is just a, quote, leadership issue. So if he's got no policy change for anybody to assess, what is this he's doing here these last 3 days?
Well, what he was doing today, what his surrogates were doing today, and what I suspect they'll be doing tomorrow, is emphasizing the word crisis. This is a crisis, and he's a leader and can provide leadership in a crisis. So, in other words, trying to make it a generic crisis and to make him into a kind of generic crisis manager, rather than dealing with the specifics on the economy. We get to hear what the McCain campaign, would do to like fix the fact that the economy is falling apart at the moment. But it's a crisis, and so he's going to manage the crisis.
There are two specifics in this, two changes. It was the fundamentals of our economy are good on Monday. It has become the economy is in crisis, but American workers are good now. And he opposed the AIG bailout very wholeheartedly yesterday morning and kind of grudgingly supported it this morning. On what economic topics is McCain in the same place today as he was on Monday morning, or at least what areas will he admit to being in the same place?
Unclear at this point. I suspect that in his heart of hearts, McCain is where he has always been. I don't think he has fundamentally changed his philosophy, in the course of a couple of days. He has certainly changed what he believes he needs to say as a candidate for president. But I suspect that basically he would like to continue deregulating the economy and let it take care of itself.
And lastly, Gene, if the economy seems to be a third rail for McCain, dating back to Phil Gramm and well before that, why have we not heard, say, on this topic from the vice presidential candidate? Why hasn't she chimed in with something creative?
You'd think maybe she's away somewhere conceptualizing a new regulatory architecture for credit default swaps and other derivative investments, maybe, or maybe not. I'm not sure.
Gene Robinson of MSNBC and the Washington Post. That was said firmly with tongue in cheek, I suppose. Thank you, Gene. Take care.